So I'm gonna quickly set up my new studio area. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse and show you guys what I'm shooting. So right now this is my photography studio, but I also use to make videos. Normally I use this bad boy right here, Canon SL1. It's great. It's not professional. I do want a nicer camera, but it works for now. And I use it with a 15 millimeter lens usually. 50 millimeter lens. Sorry, chemistry's getting to me. Too many milliliters and millimeters and all those things. So 50 millimeter lens, but I also have, the 2 kit lenses that come with Canon cameras. So yes, this is my photography studio. However, I'm going to be changing it up a little bit just for some better quality videos. So, on to the time lapse. Okay, so I just wanted to mention really quickly that this is basically just like a gray flannel from Julian Favorites. In the past I've always used fleece, but we're going to try this out because it's on sale for $3 a year. So hopefully it works out and hopefully it looks really nice on camera. If not, I'm going to make some pajama pants out of it. I think that should be good. Hopefully all the wrinkles will fall out of it. I'm gonna put my fuzzy back in the chair and then I'm gonna make some garlands for it. So we'll hop over to the table and I'll show you guys how I do that.
Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm kind of just opening the tissue paper up right now. I got a 5-pack of tissue paper from Target. I think it was like $3 for all of the tissue papers, and altogether there were 4 sheets of each color. So I just did this by color and I cut up a sheet at a time because it was way too thick to cut all of them. So as you can see, I'm just trying to get some of the crinkles out. Turns out that didn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. And then I just folded it in half so that I had a center line. And the next step I did was I cut the corners off, but as you'll see in this video, cutting the corners off made it way harder. So don't do this next step that I'm about to do because it was stupid and it just didn't work out well. Also, if you hear ripping in the background, it's my bunnies ripping apart their litter box because they're bad and they misbehave all the time and they don't do what I want them to. But that's fine because they're really cute and I love them. So yeah, this is just me cutting the corners off. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend doing that just because it made it harder to roll them, and for the following ones I didn't do that and it worked out way better. Another tip I have is don't fold this another time when you cut it. Even though it's a lot faster, it makes it a lot harder to cut them. And the first set I did, these were much worse scissors. They weren't dull, they weren't sharp enough, they were kind of dull. So I ended up switching to sewing scissors later on, and those were a lot sharper and they just overall worked out a lot better for my needs, which was really good. So yeah, right now I am cutting the tissue paper into strips. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera with a flip out viewfinder, so I couldn't see what I was doing. In the future I will try and be a little bit better about this. But as you can see, I'm just going to cut up strips so that I have nice long strips. And I also cut along the center line, which is probably actually what I was doing 5 seconds ago. when you couldn't see anything in the camera. And you'll see this takes me forever. And yeah, I'm just cutting up the strips and then I'm gonna unfold it and roll them. So all in all, I think this came out like super cute when it was done, and it was super easy. I think it only took me about 30 minutes altogether. It took me about 5 minutes per color, and then I just had to roll them and put them on the string lights. And it was a super cute and cheap, easy DIY. I really like how it turned out. So I'm still cutting them really slowly. Yeah, so I also found it was way easier if you weighted down the tissue paper. So I have a camera better and scissors. I ended up switching to I think 2 jars of just like beads that I had. I used the crafting room as my photo studio / craft room / study area. So it's a little crazy up there, and there's lots of stuff that I can just grab, which is really nice, but also really terrible because it's a mess. There's like a pile of like 5 blankets in one corner. So yes, so I'm about to unfold them, and you can see it's basically just a lot of strips of colors. And then what I'm going to do next, which I don't know if you can see it, but I am going to individually roll each sheet up, and I rolled half to the center, so I rolled the bottom to the center and then the top to the center and folded them in half, which you're not going to be able to see any of this because I'm terrible at being a camera person. So I think I'm going to pause this clip here, and then I will show you guys the finished product, which is super, super, super cute, and I'll show you how I attached them in the next section of the video. Alright, so as you can see here, I have folded the piece so that they are all in these little tassel shapes. And basically what I do next is I just take the tassel and I use my wire-based string lights and wrap it around it and pull it tight so that it holds them in place. I didn't string anything through, although you could make little loops on these using the same technique with some wire or string. But I found this to be much easier because I already had the wire-based string lights, and so it just makes this little, like, I don't know, this little circle at the top of each one, and, you know, it probably would look cuter if I'd strung them on, but this was way easier, and I am kind of lazy, and I think they still came out really cute. So I'm just going to turn the lights on so you can see the final effect, and if I can find the light switch, there's one. I'm going to walk over to the other side and get the other. And yeah, you can just see kind of a closer up look of how they all look together, and I think it came out really cute, and I think it'll be a great background. So yeah, thanks guys.
Alright guys, so this is it. I think it turned out really cute. It's super like Tumblr, Instagram, you know the vibe, and I just think it's super cute. If you decide to make it, tag me on Instagram at Miss Sienna John, because I really want to see how other people's turn out, maybe get some more inspiration for my own, you know. I think it's going to go in my bedroom because it's super cute, and I'll just get some new string lights for up here, but I just really like it, and I really want to make another one because it's so cute and it was so cheap. The tissue paper was like $2 at Target, and the string lights were ones I had from like a long time ago, but I looked at Target, you can get them for about $4 a box, probably cheaper at the dollar store too. So yes, I think it's super cute. If you haven't seen it yet, check out my last video about my going back to Orlando at the end of the year, and then hopefully later this week I'll be posting a video about a day in the life of a student nurse. I am coming up to winter break, so we'll see how that goes. If it's not that, it'll definitely be like how I study and how I stay organized for nursing school. So yes, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!